Bah. Hello, I am zmoT, and I'm feeling a little sheepish. I just recorded Imitation Game, and then I went to look at the recording, and it's absolutely terrible. Like, terrible. Terrible. I'm not going to do a Charles Barkley impression, but I guess I just did. It's so frustrating. But anyways, carrying on, this is going to be all replay version of Imitation Game, just because I just screwed up. I apologize. But it will be a quick video that way. Maybe that's good. Let me know in the comments if you like the replay version or if you prefer actually seeing GBE numbers and stuff like that. So, first up, there was a lot of maintenance last night, and part of that maintenance is they actually made a fantastic change that I didn't see talked about anywhere. If you... Oops, that's not what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. The hammer. If you're a maxed player, or even a not maxed player, and your hammer says... that sounds a bit like an innuendo. If it says a number that it shouldn't, like for example, on my account here, it was saying 5 until recently, because I had 2 economy, 2 defense, and decoration. If you've put your Christmas tree away, put it back out. Like, just go in here, put it out, place your Christmas tree, Beachmas tree, whatever you want to call it, then put it back in storage, and that number will go from a 1 to a 0, or from a 5 to a 4. A fantastic change that I hate notifications. If I have any notifications, I have to clear them. Like right now, we'll go in here and clear them. Any sort of notifications drive me nuts. Either on my phone, I have to have 0 red emails. I'm not OCD, but I definitely have some of the tendencies. So if you are the same way, place your Beachmas tree and then put it back in storage, and the hammer will be cleaned up. Boom. Next up, if you hate Christmas music, I know a lot of people have been complaining about Christmas music, there is an optional update. Now this is optional. If you want to keep the Christmas music, do not install it. I have not installed it yet, as you can hear based on the Christmas music. I tend to wait a day or so just to let the dust settle, make sure there's nothing wrong with it. I'm going to install it today, so this is probably my last video with the Christmas music, at least until next year. Moving right along. As you can see, I have Grenadiers loaded. I use level 1 Grenadiers, level 2 medics for all 7 stages of Imitation Game today. Level 1 Grenadiers, level 2 medics, and we managed to take down all 7 stages. Bit of a spoiler there. Now, stage 1, very, very easy. I used Explosive Charge. You should not use Explosive Charge. Explosive Charge with Grenadiers is straight up terrible. You see how she keeps killing all of her critters? With Grenadiers, you need critters. Critters will keep your troops alive, but I decided for the low levels to use Explosive Charge. Stages 1 through 3 were very, very easy, as always. You could probably just GBE them down or BART them down. Just walking through this, absolutely 0 concerns. The only real concern here are the boom cannons. Otherwise, not everything's peachy. Now, I might sound super energetic and happy and stuff, but I am exhausted. I've been up since 4 a.m. My daughter has a ridiculous cough. I woke up thinking there was a dog in the house. Like, her cough it just sounds so terrible, and she's so little. But now she's okay now. Just middle of the night terribleness. So if I misspeak or sound ridiculous, that's why, or more ridiculous than normal. Stage 4 has a grappler. Be aware of the grappler. You want to get rid of that. I use basically all of my GBE on the grappler, but it's only level 1, and so it went down fairly easily. The rocket launcher's not a big deal. I mean, I'm shocking them, but they're low enough level that we don't... It's only level 7, so it looks kind of beefy, but all we really care about are the boom cannons and sniper towers. Now, obviously, again, I used Explosive Charge here. Should not have done so. Killing your critters is terrible. Bad, bad news. Stage 5, a little bit more difficult, and I would not have attacked. I hit attack, and I should have scouted. It has a level 2 grappler, and there's some ice up here, so that grappler takes quite a bit of GBE to get rid of. Still, the rocket launchers were not a big concern at this point, but just, I did not handle this attack very well. Staying against the right wall, very, very good idea. Boom cannon, and then I used up a bunch of GBE when I shouldn't have. And you never want to run out of GBE in this game, because like I should have that Explosive Charge right there just totally wrecked me. Wasting GBE, getting critters out, and just not ideal under any stretch of the imagination. Lost, I think, 3 Grenadiers in this attack, when we should have lost 0. And obviously with Grens, always flare closer to the headquarters when you can because it makes it go way, way faster. Stage 5, lost 3. Now Stage 6, I was pretty happy with this. One of the things to be aware of on Stage 6 are there's a shock blaster at the core, at the shore, and the rocket launchers are pretty beefy. These are big enough that they almost, my level 2 medics could only just overheal them, like barely. I probably wanted to go a little bit further right to get out of the range of that rocket launcher, but I really wanted to get this shock blaster and shock launcher down. Look how much, look, like just so close to dying. Barely overhealing them, using up a whole bunch of GBE to get that shock blaster down as fast as we possibly could, and then just moving to the right. The whole goal of this attack is to stay right. Stay right, stay right, stay right, and then use our shocks to get, like, Critter Swarm right there. That Critter Swarm right there was the MVP of this attack. I should say I switched to Critter Swarm for this attack. If I would have used Explosive Charge for this attack, I would have gotten absolutely wrecked. So please consider using Critter Swarm. But that Critter Swarm, without that, I would have lost at least 2, 3, 4 Grenadiers and possibly the attack. So just barely on the edge of that boom cannon's range. And now at this point, it's GG. It's game over. Nothing, everything done but the crying. Just easy, easy, easy. Obviously, the fact that we can ignore 2 rocket launchers did very, very well for us. But I was pretty happy with this attack. I did not think I could go lost without any losses on this attack, and I was pretty happy with it. So that just shows the power of Critter Swarm. I'm not usually a big fan of Critter Swarm, but on that attack it was fantastic. Now on the next stage, Stage 7, I kept Critter Swarm out, and I shouldn't have. On Stage 7, please use the universal remote. Now, Stage 7 is a beefy one. We've got a bunch of ice back here. Oh, I guess I can't show the ice. There's ice back here. There's ice in the trees. Now, and there's a shock launcher at shore. 3 big beefy rocket launchers. Any of these rocket launchers would have melted my face, so I had to BART down 2 of them. In doing so, I lost a lot, basically all of my GBE. And anytime you get run out of GBE in this game, bad things happen. So I used 1 smoke drop, gets your troops over and out. If you only have 7 boats, maybe you don't need to do that, but this machine gun comes in very handy, keeps our troops locked in place. And at this point, I should have used a universal remote and probably shouldn't have BARTed the rocket launcher. I would BART the shock launcher instead, because as you can see here, I have no GBE and we just get absolutely wrecked. So should have used universal remote on the boom cannon potentially, or saved my GBE for a shock, because this rocket launcher is not killing us on its own. So don't use your GBE on this rocket launcher. But as a setup attack, it worked fairly well, because we got the rocket launcher damage, we got the shock launcher damage, and we cleared 2 of the major range defenses. So not a great attack, and if I did it again, I would definitely not use Critter Swarm, and I would not barrage that right rocket launcher, but it worked out okay. Now Stage 7, finished it off with no losses, was pretty happy with this as well. Just using our GBE, that's the goal here. Get rid of some stuff, and then use the shield generator to keep us away from everything. So this shield generator having quite a bit of health actually works out because Grenadiers miss. And that's the beauty of it, is Grenadiers miss. We're going to use all of our GBE on that back shock blaster, and it sets us up very, very well. Does this can? And then we're just going to stay left. That's all we have to do at this point, is stay left. Keep things shocked. Now this is where a universal remote starts to come in handy. As soon as you start to get low on GBE, and you don't want, if I move into the range of this shock launcher, we're going to have problems. So as soon as those buildings go down, it's time for a universal remote. Boom, universal remote, and now we can move away, and we're in a great spot. At this point, Grenadiers really show off their strength by missing. That's where Grenadiers are great. Grenadiers miss, so we get them to miss and hit the boom cannon, and then we move a little bit here in a second. We're going to move down and get rid of the shock launcher by having them miss. Now I don't tend to move, there was no real reason to move, I was just trying to show how moving them, and again, same thing, we're going to move, we're going to get the boom cannon down, and we're going to pick up a little bit extra GBE up the top there. So you don't have to move that much, but I just wanted to show that by moving, now the critters can do all the work. We can let the critters finish off the headquarters, and Grenadiers missing can be a fantastic thing. So that's all I've got. Sorry, only replays today, but let me know in the comments if you like replays, don't like replays, prefer live attacks, all those sorts of things. I obviously can't show you my live attacks because I screwed up and wrecked it. So level 1 Grenadiers, level 2 medics. You can take all 7 stages down with Grenadiers if you have them. Obviously, you might have troop health, you might have a little bit less GBE, a little bit more troop health, a little bit less damage, whatever, but you can take it down with a little bit of planning. Hopefully that helps you take it out. With Zookas, stage 7 would have been difficult just because of that shield generator, so I found the Grenadiers worked very well, and I was pretty happy with it. So that's all I got for today. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. Mostly comment. I don't really care about the... subscribing is great. Liking is good. But just comment. Come keep me company. Say hi. That's it. That's all. Thanks for coming in. Hope you have a fantastic day. I'm going to go have a nap. I'm out. Peace.